What's going on, people? Like that, the young brother say, "What's Gucci?" I got to look up that word and see what that word means. But anyway, man, gossip, backbiters. Anytime you're doing something positive with yourself, something positive, the positive energy for people who have negative energy, if you're a positive individual, then more than likely, if you talk about helping your people and bringing a positive vibe on your platform, on your YouTube or Instagram platform, most people are not checking for that because that would be considered, that part of life that I'm on would be boring to them. Yeah, it's boring. You gotta, in order for you to have clicks and to get something popping off, you got to say something stupid. You got to say this some of the stupidest shit ever. You got to get, like, for example, there are a couple of people came into my live one time and they said, they just came in and just went to saying something. They said, they'll say something like, "You fucking faggot," or something like that, just to see if they can blow up or something. Like, it's sad to me. It's really sad. You got to. It's nothing wrong with transitioning, I feel like, and I think they say that's the only way you're going to like grow and come from poverty all the way up to where you need to be. You got to say the most cruelest, funniest shit ever. Like, why do I need to say something about your mama, your mother, your father, like your dad, and in order to just, I mean, really? Like, why you have to do that? Have you noticed you don't see no other race putting their people down? They don't sit up there and say, well, I'm gonna say something stupid about my uncle. You don't see no Ethiopian sitting up there saying, I'm gonna say something bad about my uncle, or I'm gonna say something bad about my niece just to get some stuff popping off and get blowed up. You don't never see no Chinese person sitting back saying, we're gonna get something blowed off. I'm gonna say something about my mothers and uncles and say some stupid shit and say fuck them and hope they die and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden you look on Instagram and you look on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and you see stuff posted to where this Chinese and this Arab Ishmael or this East Indian gonna come and kill this Palestinian over some shit they said about their uncle or their niece. You don't see that type of stuff amongst in their communities like that. If you can even Google up Ethiopians and let's say if you Google something up like Ethiopians, okay, you see it pause connection. But you don't never see no Ethiopian man sitting up there saying to another Ethiopian woman, this Ethiopian bitches got you. I mean, you know, they don't go in and they don't feel the need. And you know what? They don't have to, because what it is, they rich and they got everything and they had our people enslaved. And so they living off of the benefit of the rape, rob, and murder of our people. But at the end, the point I'm making is that you don't never see a East Indian going into another East Indian page, or East Indian going to a Saudi Arabian and calling his family, his wife, and his children bitches just to blow up and be recognized that this Ethiopian said some crazy shit about these Arabs, and now these Arabs want to come and kill this Ethiopian for saying some shit about their kids and great grandkids. You don't see that type of shit. But you can Google up Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You can Google up us as a black people beefing with each other. You can find that all on YouTube, to where you got, for us to make money, in order for us to make money in this YouTube thing, like this is like YouTube world, you got to be coming off and saying, you got to be on some weird type shit when you are talking to your family any kind of way. You got to say some bad foul shit. You got to say some lame shit about your mama. You got to say some lame shit about her mother, his father, his mother, or whatever. And then now you got these other black men or these other black brothers. They come, they hear the shit, they get online, pull up your stuff, type the name in. This brother JD, your mama's a bitch. And then they get the video. Now they going over here making a video responding to the shit they said because they trying to blow up and they want to be famous, but they want to blow up and be famous off of another rich YouTube. I feel no need to do that type of stuff. Is to get online and make a video. Like, for example, I don't need to get on here and make no video. That's stupid as fucking hell. Is to get on video and just say, let me, Johnny got 89 million and 600 so-and-so subscribers or whatever. I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna say some foul shit about DJ. He having 8 million, 1.8 million, 80 million subscribers. Now I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna call his mama out of her name just for me to blow up so I can get rich. That is stupid. That is insane. You see what I'm saying? I don't even want to even if that would help do that, that would be like selling your soul for fame. It will. That'll be like selling your soul for fame. Let me show you an example of that. Where I get that from. Matthew 16:26. For what is a man profit if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? That's what you're doing. You're giving an exchange for your eternal salvation. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm making the statements that I'm making. But a lot of people come in here and they would watch this stuff and they would they'll hear up and hop off. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to. All right, I'll give you another example. Proverbs 23. Where is it? (23 and 23). Yeah, Proverbs 23 and 23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. He said, buy the truth. What does it mean to buy the truth? Commit your way unto it. Keep the commandments. Buy it. Embrace it. Make it the importance of your life. Inherit it. Embrace it. Walk in it. Walk in the commandments. That's what it means to buy the truth. You freely accept it as it is. Commit your ways to it. Commit your be committed to it. things of that nature. Buy the truth and sell it not. That means don't have no other gods before him. Stuff like that. So when I look at, I think for me, even though what I'm saying would be considered stupid and poor to the world, and I know what I'm saying is stupid. I mean, to the world, this will sound, and it would be stupid to them, but to the Most High, it's not stupid, because they don't have a spiritual understanding of what's going on. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to do that. I mean, you don't have to sell your soul for fame and fortune. What at the end of the day, what's more important? Your soul salvation or fame? Because at the end of the day, you got a lot of people have a lot of fame, but they still got drama, they still got all kinds of different things in their life. They still separate. Money don't keep you together. It doesn't. It just goes to show you that sometimes your money can do you no good sometimes. Sometimes you can be, it's nothing wrong with being rich and famous and stuff and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, sometimes all the money in the world sometimes ain't gonna do you no good. Sometimes it won't. You can have a bunch of kids, and if your kids is not listening to you or whatever, and you think somehow providing and buying them this and buying them that and buying them this, buying them the world and all that kind of stuff, that's going to make a change in their life? No, it's not going to do you any good if that person ain't happy, because you got a lot of people who are rich, but they still not happy. They rich, they go to bed at night, they can't even sleep at night. They got a lot of them, you got a lot of people that's very well off. And they dying of diseases, they dying of sicknesses. They got bad health. The money can't do them no good. They on their last breath, and they can't even pay a doctor. They can't even pay nobody. Is to keep them alive. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times, money don't bring happiness. It doesn't. Yeah. A lot of time, money don't bring happiness. I would love to show y'all some more stuff, but I kept it out long enough, and I'll stop it right here. But a lot of time, before I close out, sometimes your money can't do you no good. Sometimes your money can't even get you out of debt. Sometimes your money can't even buy peace. Your money, I don't care, just like women be looking for fortune and fame out of a lot of men and guys and stuff, that shit don't hold up a lot of time. And I'm a poor man saying this. And I know, I know what it feel like to be poor, but you got a lot of people who are poor and got peace of mind. You got people who are not rich, but they got a good, they family, they got more peace within themselves than the people who are blowed up big and rich. Because at the end of the day, all that stuff don't last forever. It's only temporarily. All that stuff is temporarily. At the end of the day, that stuff ain't gonna do you no good. It doesn't. Now, don't get me wrong, it brings temporary happiness. It will do that, but it don't last always. Fortune, fame, and wealth do not last always. Because one day we gonna leave here, and you know what? At the end of the day, we can't take none of that with us. You can't take none of it with you. It's gonna be here for somebody else. You know? So you got people who commit suicide. You got some people on the verge of, I just want to die and I just want to kill myself. And got millions of dollars. And the money they can't even pay therapists or nothing to bring them peace. None of that. They can't do none of that. They miserable as hell. walking around with millions of dollars and in bad health, miserable as hell. Money and wealth and fame does not keep a relationship. Because I don't care how much fame and money you got and how much that person, you're going to get emotional a little bit. It may last for a while. It may last 15 years, 20 years. But eventually it's going to crumble because the woman is building the foundation up on wealth, your finances, your car. What does all that mean when you ain't got no peace? If you don't know who you are as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, if you don't know who you are and what nation of people you descend from, all the money in the world don't do you no good. Now, it brings temporary happiness, but it doesn't bring everlasting happiness. Everlasting happiness is what counts, brothers and sisters. It does. Everlasting happiness. Money, material, fame, fancy clothes, fancy cars, fancy trucks, fancy vehicles, a lot of land, none of those things. They'll make you kind of emotional and happy. You know, happiness is just temporary, but joy and happiness is two different things. Joy lasts forever. Happiness only is an emotional thing. You know what I mean? It's an emotional feeling, excitement. But eventually, it comes down. It comes all the way back down. It's like a high. You get real high, you come up for a minute, and then before you know it, hours later, it slowly wears off. The happiness and joy wears off. Because you get so immune to having a whole lot of fame until at the end of the day, if you ain't got no peace to cover you, then you're going to be always unhappy looking for something to fill that void, and you're going to realize your money can't do it. You're going to realize your money can't get you out of trouble. Only peace with the Most High going to get you out of the condition that we're in. It is what it is, people. All right. On that note, I'll close it out. I'll see y'all later.